Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Good to have you on board. We are live here on a Monday, downtown Vegas. Circa Resort and Casino is the spot. We will preview the NFC West here, Pauly, and it has to absolutely begin with the news that we got over the weekend with Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford going to see a back specialist, a spine specialist, if you will, for the second time in 2 weeks. And then today, according to reports, when their head coach, Sean McVay, was asked about Matthew Stafford and the back, he deflected the question and got into how fortunate the team is to have Jimmy Garoppolo on the roster. Doesn't sound good. As a Rams future bettor, Super Bowl and win total, and I actually had them on a parlay to win their division as well, I'm concerned.
Have to be.
I don't want to completely panic, but I'm concerned for sure.
And if this is great news for the 49ers as well. Number one, Shanahan has been great against McVay. Shanahan has reached the NFC title game 5 of the last 9 years. He's won 12-plus games 4 of the last 5 seasons. They have the easiest schedule in the league. I know they're dealing with some stuff as well, but if you're playing that schedule and you get an average season out of Purdy with the weapons that they have, and if you're forced to go to Garoppolo for some of the time, I mean, that's 49ers 1 seed, 6-1 looks good as well.
Now, again, it's only August 4th today, so not to get completely off the rails, but if Stafford comes back, plays a full season, okay, we're good to go, nothing to see here. And the division number right now, 49ers plus 150, Rams plus 195, Cardinals plus 450, Seahawks 5-1. But as we sit here at the moment, I want nothing to do with the Rams at plus 195. Hell, they were plus 330 in the summertime. So it came down more than $1, almost $1.50. And then to go with the unknown status here of the back, that's unbettable. What this does create potentially here are some bombs to come in the exacta market. For example, at DraftKings, to bet the exact 1-2 finishing spots here in this division, Niners-Rams 4-1. Rams-Niners plus 550. But then it goes 49ers-Seahawks, 49ers-Cardinals, each 6-1. I mean, is there enough of a gap there between Stafford and Garoppolo for the Rams would go from a potential Super Bowl winning team to missing the playoffs?
That's a good question. I know how big the drop-off is. Yeah, that's a good question for the odds maker. That it wouldn't be that much in the point spread, but I'm not so sure about that. That is a big drop. And then if he gets hurt and he's injury prone, then your season really is cooked. But why they have so much reason for optimism and the expectations, you got to love what they did. I mean, you bring in Adams. You're loaded with Puka. You got a great running game. Your tight ends are good. Solid quarterback. Good coach. And the defense was phenomenal down the stretch.
Yeah, and they were all 21 years old.
Yeah, they embarrassed the Vikings. Yeah, embarrassed Darnold, how well they played. Right there against the Eagles. Awesome down the stretch. All those points they scored against the Bills as well. But the 49ers, the other thing, too, was how bad their special teams were. It cost them like 4 games with the crap. Number one, Shanahan with the guys getting hurt on the kickoffs all the time. Why are your kickers making tackles? Tell them to get away. You know, you kick it right through the end zone. How about the pooch crap? And then they had a blocked field goal returned against Arizona. They were missing field goals. But the tough one here is Arizona because I like Seattle under. I just think it was much about O'Connell and how Darnold played down the stretch. I can't get excited about Darnold. And I think the Seahawks take a step back. And you trade Metcalf. The tough one here is what do you want to do with Arizona as they moved up, and what do you think of Murray at quarterback?
Well, I think Arizona's ceiling is division winner.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Well, that's aggressive. Okay.
I think Gannon has a chance to be a really good coach in this league, and I think the defense, they showed signs last year, especially down the stretch, of where this team loved playing for the guy. And now how do you quantify that into, like, making a bet? You really can't, but I think it showed, and, like, the quotes were out there as well, that they liked it quite a bit. And, you know, Marvin Harrison, as that high of a draft pick and coming with that kind of pedigree from Ohio State, he's one of the best college receivers we've seen, Paul, and he didn't do a lot last year. Why can't he have positive regression this season and make it work with Kyler Murray? Plus, McBride is excellent as a tight end, one of the best in football. They have a really good running game. Connor has still been really, really solid. And Murray, if he stays healthy, is effective. He needs to cut down and, you know, just don't throw a lot of interceptions here. And I think this team is going to be scary, no doubt. If the Seahawks had a different quarterback I could get there with that team as well. But like you said, I think moving away from KOC as the guy who extracted that career season out of Sam Darnold, I think that's, very difficult to repeat. And he's going to have coming to earth a wake-up call this year going to Seattle, especially with no more DK Metcalf. It's going to have to be JSN and some other guys there. So I can't get there with the Seahawks either. Defense, I think, is going to be really, really good. I think that's a team maybe you want to look at playing some unders in games for the total.
Yeah. Here's what also you have to get excited. How Murray played, how great Connor was, McBride. What happened to Harrison? He was supposed to be Randy Moss. And remember, he had that big game against the Rams, and then he disappeared for that. Now he's hurt, and the stuff in camp isn't that good about what you're hearing. That he has separation issues.
I took him in the second round of fantasy drafts last year.
Yeah.
Horrible pick by me.
Yeah. Major disappointment. Mm-hmm. So if you're supposed to come in and let the league on fire, and light the league on fire and put up all these big numbers, and that was, I just think it, just got the glimpse of the Rams game, and that was about it.
Yeah, are we positive that Brock Purdy is going to put together a solid enough season to make sure this team is going to be in contention for the 1 seed and win 11-plus games?
Well, I'm there, but I understand there's doubters and haters. I understand that.
Well, and also looking at the weapons now to work with, too.
Sure.
No Debo, right? Ayuk's still coming back from the injury.
Debo sucked last year. I know, but that's...
Yeah, but he was really, really good, a couple years before that.
Okay.
Ayuk meant a lot to the offense last year, no doubt. Jennings with the calf that we documented last week. I like Pearsall a lot, like Kittle a lot. But do we rely on that guy enough to make positive bets on the team? I think, just based on the schedule, they're going to get the job done?
Yeah, and I trust Shanahan. In terms of dialing it up, staying healthy, and we're going to move the ball, and I have all these weapons. Right?
Yeah, I trust him for a full regular season. I trust him in a big game.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But, look at this. Seattle, Saints, who I think could be the worst team in the league, Cardinals, Jacksonville, Rams, what if just no Stafford, Tampa, Atlanta, Texans, Giants. Look at that off the bat. You still got Browns. You close Browns, Titans, Colts, Bears. Look at how they close.
Well, Panthers, too, before the Browns.
Panthers, too. I forgot the Panthers, too. This is the easiest schedule in the league.
Yeah, they were really, the way the league set it up down the stretch was an absolute gift.
The other thing, this is big. It did not go well with the Jets. We know that. Some guys are coordinators, and that's it.
Yeah, true.
You get Saleh back as the DC. And I thought he did an excellent job when he was in San Francisco. And that defense had some issues, too, the last couple of years. I think that's big to bring him back.
So why don't we look at some bets now to make inside the division, all things considered here. Most passing touchdowns, Purdy is plus 175, Stafford plus 180, Darnold plus 320, Murray is plus 370. Jimmy G to win any of these markets is 100 to 1 or more.
Okay, yeah.
But he would have to play the full season. Stafford's back would have to be broken.
Yeah.
Right?
Murray, can't get anything with Murray because of he runs it in and you got Connor down there. Yeah, can't do it.
Is there any so Purdy plus 175, or would you consider Darnold there because they might be down, could be passing? But
I was going to say the same thing.
I also don't want him because I think he's going to get yanked at some point of the season.
Yeah, okay.
I think we're going to see Milroe.
Oh God, what? Really? Package or significant playing time?
Well, again, it all ties together here. I expect Darnold to really come back. They drafted Milroe somewhat high. He's been doing that VR, the same thing that Jaden Daniels has been doing. I'm not going to be surprised if they give him a look, is all I'm saying. Because Darnold's so bad. That's my anticipation here.
I would have a package ready for him. Yeah, definitely.
How about most receiving yards? Puka Nacua plus 125. Harrison plus 650.
What's McBride?
12 to 1.
It's a lot of balls.
I don't hate that at all.
Catches a lot of balls.
JSN is plus 650. Now, we might dislike Darnold a lot, but JSN is going to get a zillion targets this year in Seattle.
Yeah. And I'm there, too, by the way. This will be a huge bromance between Metcalf and Rodgers.
Oh, you came around?
No, in terms of that, Metcalf props and Metcalf eating.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Kittle's 15 to 1.
No.
This was 100 to 1 at Bet365 last week. At DraftKings today, Pearsall's 25 to 1.
Your guy.
If you could find 100 to 1 on Pearsall,
okay,
still, that to me is worth a bet.
Okay.
And most rushing yards, CMC is plus 140. Kyron Williams plus 160. Kenneth Walker 6. James Conner, 6. And then it really drops off. Benson's 50 in Arizona. Charbonnet, who I really like, is 75-1. But he would need Walker to get... That's a split backfield, so I can't do that. And Garando's 50-1 in case McCaffrey got hurt right away again.
Not bad. Okay. Where's McCaffrey going in fantasy drafts?
I haven't drafted yet. I haven't had a full...
And I was reading some stuff from Carabell on ESPN that he said number 1 right off the bat.
Number 1 overall?
No, be careful. He's number 1, be careful, is McCaffrey. And remember when Will Hill was on, too, he recommended and bet Gannon Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
And that certainly would look a lot better with the news the last couple of days with Stafford. Want to know where the money's really going? And like other sources, our splits come straight from Circa and DraftKings, giving you insight into where the sharp action's landing. See the percentage of bets, first percentage of handle on every game across every major sport, helping you make smarter, more informed bets. Get the exclusive betting splits as low as $9.99 for your first month. vsin.com/subscribe.
I'm looking at ADP right now. Jamar Chase is like the consensus number 1 guy. I've seen projections with him more than 1,600 yards. And then it gets into, Bajan now, I guess is how you pronounce it. Bajan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs is up there. Saquon, of course. So it looks like McCaffrey's around number 11 as we speak. So late first round in a 12-team league. We will hit tonight's Major League Baseball card coming up next. We have multiple schedule spots to monitor, including a couple of teams back home after long road trips. Let's follow the money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
We have a busy card to bet on tonight in Major League Baseball. Let's begin with this spot with the Brewers, hottest team in baseball, playing in Atlanta against the Braves. Of course, the Braves off of that Speedway game that took, 36 hours to wait for it to complete over the weekend. This is Priester going against Fetty. A couple of numbers here, Pauly. Priester against this Braves roster, very small sample size, 35 plate appearances, 23% K rate. Fetty against this Brewers lineup, 90 plate appearances, 13% K rate, 11% walk rate, 442 batting average for the Brew Crew, and a 428 weighted on base. Contreras against Fetty, 9 of 16, 2 home runs, double. Yelich against Fetty, 8 of 16, 6 singles, 2 doubles. Fetty's last month, 4 starts. He lasted 13 2/3 innings. That's it. ERA over 10.5. Ks per 9, less than 6. Walks per 9, higher than 5. Almost 3.5 home runs per 9. Priester in July has been absolutely sensational. They've won, I think, 11 straight starts for him. Why did Circa just take a 10-cent move here on Atlanta? The Brewers just went from $1.43 to $1.33 in this game on the board.
Fetty earned run alloweds prop is 2.5, and the Brewers team totals 4.5. They get me, they get me. 0-5 with an ERA of 12 last 6 starts. And batting practice, okay. Who knows? Could be a Walters head fake. But this is crazy. It's everything against Atlanta here. I got the hottest team in baseball, the best team in baseball, against this horrible scheduling spot and a horrible pitcher, and against a team that's been, 38 runs, 56 hits in the series against the Nats.
Yep. And so here's the breakdown of Atlanta's scheduling spot for tonight. Going all the way back, they played 3 at Texas, 3 in Kansas City, 1 in Cincinnati before they made like a 200-mile trek to get to the Speedway in Bristol. Game got rained out, but that came on Saturday after a massive rain delay, and they were stuck there the entire time. Both teams were. So then they had to go back to finish it yesterday. That was their scheduled day off. Did not happen. No day off for the Brewers since July 24th. For the Braves, that is. This is the 11th straight day for a game in its 5th different city. And again, Milwaukee just went to the Nationals and had like the easiest 3-game series they're ever going to have.
Yep. Hot pitcher, too. All of it, Milwaukee. That's why they call it gambling.
This is the fishy game of the night?
I'm right, it is. But I think the Brewers get it done, and they get the. So what's the best way to play it, though? Right? We always go through this.
I know.
Is it team total? Is it side? Is it all of it? Fetty earn runs over? I mean, they got me Friday, right? Flaherty was good. But then the Phillies win the game, and the Phillies go over their team total and everything.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, it's...
So do you do Brewers team total over 2.5 for the first 5? Do you do Priester to record a win?
Yeah, you could do that too.
Do you do
I don't like the last part.
Okay, how about Brewers minus a half run in the first 5?
Okay.
Is that you want to do run line here? That's up to what, plus 115, I believe?
Not enough.
No.
Brewers team total over first 5, and you could go Fetty earn runs over 2.
Yeah, okay.
They can't get 3 runs off him? He gave that up in 2 innings last. We cashed that ticket in 2 innings last.
Guy's been terrible.
Yeah.
So we've talked about the Yankees' problems here throughout the show. They play now at the Rangers, Fried against Corbin. After they just got swept by Miami. Here you go. Now go play against Texas. I know that the Mariners took 3 out of 4, but that was one hell of a series, man.
I know, back and forth. Tough. Maybe it's meant to be with Seattle. Team of destiny. Kind of feels that way.
I hope you're right.
Good juju. Vibes coming out of Seattle. Fried off a Yankee loss, 10-1 with a 1.68. He's been awesome. But then again, you're talking about the team with the second worst record in the American League going back. And Corbin's been good. So
now, can I give you Fried's last month, by the way, to chime in? 2-2. Go back to July 1st. 26 innings pitched. ERA, 5.5. FIP, 4.5. 7.27 Ks per 9. Almost 4 walks per 9. Those are not great numbers by any stretch. Those are bad numbers, in fact.
Mm-hmm. And if they touch them up early, I mean, certainly the bullpen was a disaster over the weekend as well. Huge series here. Big. Imagine if someone gets swept. Because certainly,
oh boy.
Texas is right there, and then it really falls back. I can't believe the Yankees are 5-1 to miss the playoffs, as bad as they're playing.
Neither can I.
Again, they had a 10-game lead over the Red Sox. The Red Sox have passed them now.
Yep.
And it's the Yankees who are the second choice to win the division, not Boston. Boston's been great. So
I will say that Fried against the current Texas roster, very small sample size, has not allowed a single walk, 29% K rate, and a 184 batting average against. The players for the Yankees who have good numbers against Corbin: Slater, 8 for 21, 2 home runs; Stanton, 9 for 27, 2 homers and 3 doubles; and Bellinger, 10 for 25 with 9 singles in those at-bats. All of that, very small sample sizes, but still wanted to point it out.
Yep. All right, I'm just going to go rapid fire here. The total's 12 in the Blue Jays game. They should be all over Gordon and Lauer. Career at Coors, 0-6 with an ERA at 12. 7 starts. Never won a game there. The total's 12. And Tampa's minus $2. Scheduling spots all over the place.
Toronto's minus $2.
So, yep, thank you. Yep. Tampa, 14-day, 12-game road trip, 4 stops, lost 15 of 18 on the road. Kikuchi is only $1.25 tonight.
So, Kikuchi against this roster, 94 plate appearances, 30% K rate, 198 batting average against. Home road splits, 2.48 home ERA versus 4.27 on the road. His last 2 starts have not been great, but full season to date, he's been really good. So you talked about that. Rays beginning this long road trip. Angels, meanwhile, playing their 11th consecutive game at home.
Yep. So Malinsky special for the for the Dodgers, rather. Glass now, $2 against St. Louis. You want Sonny Gray at home, not on the road. Dodgers, after that long road trip, come back. 21 of their next 25 games are in California. Huge for L.A., but a Malinsky special. And as I said earlier, go to vsin.com. Get up there every day. The betting systems and trends are so good. Manea for the Mets. He's won 13 in a row when he's $1.80 favorite or higher. 20-cent move on the Mets. They're at home against Cleveland. He's 205 at DraftKings. 13 in a row when he's $1.80 or higher. Who's hot, who's not? Arise, 526 against Fott. Pham, 533 against Verlander. Walker's hitting 455 career against Sandy.
All right, let me expand on the Cardinals-Dodgers game here.
Take it.
Sonny Gray against the Dodgers roster, 144 plate appearances. 301 batting average, 23% K rate. Tommy Edman against Gray, 9 for 21, home run, 2 doubles. Betts against Gray, 265 average, 4 doubles overall. Gray's last month, not great. 7.81 ERA. However, he's been super unlucky. 2.68 with the xFIP. 10.5 Ks per 9. This is why he's been unlucky. Batting average of balls in play, usually league average is around 300. It's 432. Left on base rate, 51%. That stuff has to come back to the pack and get better. It will. It's almost impossible for a pitcher to have like season-long numbers that bad. Glass now in the last month, 10.5 Ks per 9. 4 walks, that's a little alarming. He's been super lucky, 204 batting average against balls in play. ERA 2.45, the FIP 3.68. So he's been getting a little lucky. Gray has not. We got an email from Eric saying that tie that in with the Malinsky special. Dodgers coming back after a 9-game road trip. He was looking at the Cardinals in the first 5 of this game.
Okay. Don't hate it. Don't have a problem with that. Mm-hmm.
Reds Cubs, Lodolo versus Soraka. Lodolo against the Cubs roster in his career. 105 plate appearances, 22% K rate, but 11 guys walked per 9. Tad high. 322 batting average against. His last month, however, kid's been brilliant. 5 starts, 33 innings, sub-2 ERA, more than 10 Ks per 9, not allowing many walks, not allowing a lot of home runs. And Soraka in his last month, 5.32 ERA, 9.5 Ks per 9, walking almost 4 guys per 9, too, by the way. That's a lot. Little unlucky with the batting average of balls in play. This Lodolo, he's been on an absolute tear here. I can't figure the Cubs team out in its current form, though.
What do you want to do with the Twins? Traded everybody, lost 2 out of 3 to Cleveland. I can't believe they couldn't get to Urena. They threw Urena yesterday.
But the Twins were feisty, though, a little bit in that series.
Wow, should Mize be $2? 0-2 with an ERA of 11 last 3 starts. Detroit, great record against the division. Half the remaining games are against the division. $2 tonight at home against Minnesota. VSiN and Winner's Circle Proxy giving away 2 grand prize packages for the Circa Million contest, a full paid entry, full season proxy service from the team at Winner's Circle Proxy, and a behind-the-scenes tour of the studios here at VSiN. Free to enter. Go to winnercircleproxy.com/VSiN. Fill out the short form before August 17th. Don't miss your shot to play for $6 million in guaranteed prizes this season. winnercircleproxy.com/VSiN.
All right, fun conversation coming up next. John Calvecchio is going to join the program. He is one of the biggest sports card brands in the entire industry, and the national convention was this past week. I'm going to ask him this: does paying attention to cards help with betting on sports? Because I know he killed it with Paul Skeen's Rookie of the Year last year. We'll ask him up next here on VSiN.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
All right, really looking forward to this conversation. It is Follow the Money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. We're live in downtown Vegas from the Circa Resort and Casino. Pauly and I used to collect cards when we were younger.
Big.
I haven't opened up a pack probably in 25 years, maybe more than that. Had a great collection, was super proud of it, but I don't know, just tapped out, stopped doing it. And so John Calvecchio joins the program now. His business is called Sports Connection. He is big time into sports cards, but he also likes to bet on sports as well. I'm going to ask him if there's a correlation there when you pay attention to both of them. And the National Card Collection just got over with in Chicago. Thanks for coming in studio today. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. Been a big fan for a long time.
So how long have you been in the business?
Full time since 2010.
2010. Can you explain what happened? Because we've been on the air since 2017, and we would bring it up occasionally, not get much of a response. Then the pandemic happened, and everybody was like, my God, these cards are going through the roof all of a sudden. Take us through that stretch of time.
So in the beginning, I used to just buy and sell deals. I used to go to shows. I used to have customers contact me, and I would just buy and sell deals, work on a margin. I would grade the cards, which would enhance the value if I got the right grade. And then in 2015, somebody approached me and said, hey, there's this thing that's going to revolutionize the way cards are collected. You'd be perfect for it. Your personality's great. You're going to become an internet personality, opening cards for people on camera.
Yes.
What happened was people only wanted certain teams or players. So the boxes were getting a little expensive. So instead of opening a box and maybe not getting the player that you want or the team that you like, you can pay a fee based on what was in that product and only get the cards of your team. It allowed you to be able to buy more and have more shots at the cards that you really wanted. So I did that starting in 2015. I was one of the very first people. Started with a MacBook Pro facing down. I know nothing about computers or the internet. Just know how to talk to people and loved cards. And from there, it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I met this guy. He was buying cards from me. I traded him cards for work in my house. I went from the kitchen table to the dining room table to an office in the basement. And Tony redid my office for me. I paid him in cards. And then from there, it just kept growing. And in September of 2019, the same guy said, hey, what do you think about me quitting my job? I'll work for you full time. Let's open a store. So that's what we did. We were supposed to open March 14th, 2020. March 12th, the world shut down. I thought I sevened out. Thought I was done. Forget about it. And it was the exact opposite. The prices of sports cards went to the moon.
Wait, how long did it take? After the world shut down on March 12th?
3 months. 3 months.
And just all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, what is happening?
I started selling early. I said, who's gonna have money for cards? Starting in like early March, like March 1st, when all the news started coming out, I was like, I'm dead in the water. What's gonna happen here? We got to start selling. I said, we're gonna go broke. I said, this is crazy. How did this happen? How do we go from this little thing in the basement to the world's closing? I got a guy on the payroll. He's got a wife and kids. What are we gonna do? Over the next 3 months, it went absolutely bananas. I'll give you one story. I had this guy call me with a deal up in the Poconos. If you know the Poconos, it's the mountains. There's nobody there except vacationers. I text this guy. I go up to see him. His dad had a store. I'm driving through this mountain. There's no homes, nothing. I see this little dirt road. I go up the hill. I go into the guy's house. He brings out a box that his dad had from the store. There was 100 Kobe Bryant Topps rookies, which were very common cards at the time. Very common. At the time, this is January of 2020. These cards are $10 each. Bring them home. I was a hoarder. My wife hated me. She hated my guts. There were cards everywhere. Everywhere. Hated my guts. That's why she sent me to the basement. So I have these cards stashed. The world closes. Next thing you know, cards are going crazy. These cards go from $10 a piece ungraded. They went to like $1,500 a piece PSA 10.
Get out.
Swear to God.
This is crazy.
It was absolutely bananas.
Yeah.
If you owned cardboard in 2020, you couldn't help but win. You won.
Has it slowed down much?
So what happened was the industry's evolved. So we went from everything being worth money. These influencers came in the hobby and they were absolute poison. They were poison. They were giving really bad advice. They were just telling people to buy this, buy that, buy this. They buy everything. And it was just bad advice. Imagine like a tout service that just keeps giving losers, but he's got great marketing and people just keep listening.
For 80% for the last 3 months, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
There you go. Buy the second year card. Buy this. Buy the fifth year card. Buy anything. And they were just wrong and wrong and wrong, but because they knew how to market on the internet, they did well. So it slowed down, and in about 2022, the market came down, but it was still significantly high. The National in Atlantic City, the year that Trey Lance was a rookie, no joke, me and my buddy, we opened a case of cards. It was the most expensive product. It was called National Treasures. They were like $4,000 a box. We opened 4 of them. We're in for $16,000. We pull a Trey Lance jersey autograph numbered to 10. I thought this guy was going to stink, but all these influencers were hyping him up. At the National that summer, I sold the card for $100,000, and right now you can buy one for like $3,000. So to answer your question, how much has it come down? On the really bad players, that's how much it's come down.
Wow. So basically, this is a form of betting almost. It's a form of gambling.
I call it a cardboard casino.
Cardboard casino.
Yeah,
very
strap
good.
in.
Yeah, very good.
You got to strap in.
Yeah. So you started this, but I know our Sean Deeb, the poker player, mentioned this, that poker player Jared Blesnick.
Yeah,
he does it live at the poker table during the World Series of Poker.
It was wild.
Yeah, you
just open it right
people
up.
get enough. You come and you bid. I'm going to open up the box of cards live, and then we got a piece of it, or what? How that works, and that's just taken off and exploded.
Started in 2015, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger.
Okay, so we're growing up. The big thing was like the Griffey rookie card, and then you'd wait for the Beckett guide to come in the mail, whatever, or get the Jordan '85 Fleer rookie, whatever. But now I see my buddy. Last week, he goes, I got the Mahomes rookie card. I go, that's nice. Yeah, it's $10,000.
Oh, yeah.
This is nuts.
And that's on the lower end of the nicer. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah.
So how about the grading then?
The grading.
The grading is, okay, the difference between a 10, a 9. Take us through that.
Yep. So I'll just give you an example. Okay. There was a card from 1997, Tim Duncan's rookie. It was Kobe Bryant on one side, Tim Duncan on the other side. It was a refractor, which is called a parallel. So when I say parallel, picture like the base version of a vehicle, and then a level up, if that makes sense. And there's only 6 PSA 10s in the world, okay? Only 6. So it's very tough to grade because of the surface, how old the card is.
Yeah.
People didn't know this stuff was going to get crazy. And I sold one at the show. The last one sold, and we can look at public record. The last one sold for $3,200. I sold mine for $4,000. The guy said, but the last one did $3,200. I said, hold your breath, find another one. Paid the $4,000. So when you have rare stuff, you can control the market. Now, an ungraded version of that card, a 9, couple $100.
Is that right? That's the difference right there.
That's the difference.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Oh,
so here's,
God.
I still have at my place right now a Ricky Henderson Topps rookie card, right? Everybody knows that one, the yellow jerseys in a stance. A PSA 10, what does that grade out
Massive.
for?
You're putting me on the spot, I don't know, but a PSA 10 is so rare. Mitch, it's a gigantic card.
I want to say I saw one go for like 150,000.
Not surprised.
However, mine, one of the corners is bent.
Yep.
Has been for years. Don't know how that happened. It just got there somehow, and now it's probably worth 14 cents.
So to give you an idea, I used to joke, when people used to ask me what I did for a living, I would tell them I sell cards. They would go, oh. Then in 2020, when the world exploded, it's on the news, it's this, Fanatics is involved, everybody wants to get in. Oh, what does your husband do for a living? He buys and sells baseball cards. Oh my God, tell me more about that. Just like gambling, right? It was this thing, you're calling Three-Fingered Lou in the phone, putting your bets in on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
And now it's like the same people that were looking at you funny are all sitting at the dinner table saying, hey, what are we playing? What are we firing? Fire it in.
Well, so you're going to hang around for another segment. I want to get the correlation here between like knowledgeable sports card people and sports betting, because I have an example from last year. You told me, Mitch, now's the time to get in on Paul Skeens. Like, how much does it help you out overall? Can you give us an idea of like how much money was involved this past week at the National Convention in Chicago? Like, what did you see stuff going for?
It was unbelievable. A friend next to me sold a card for $210,000. Guy pulled the cash right out of his bag, threw it on the thing, threw it on the table.
But just backpack. Here you go. Here's
Backpack.
200,000.
If I set the over-under at number of people that entered the door, I would set it at 90,000. I would say it's
Over how many days?
5 days. In unique people, not the same people coming back.
Yeah, I got you.
Over under 90,000 unique people. There's 600 dealers, and I thought a lot about this before I came on the show to give this number. I would set the over-under on dollars transacted at $250 million. $250 million over those 5 days.
It's that big?
It's gigantic. You had to walk sideways down the aisles. You had to walk sideways. There were kids.
Young people, old people? What are we,
Everybody.
Everybody?
What
Everybody.
are your big boys? Otani rookie, Mahomes rookie, Skeens stuff, all this?
Otani, Mahomes. Now, you got to remember, basketball and Otani are the kings, and I'm going to tell you why.
Really?
The Asian market.
Okay.
These people will... Cards are worth more to them than anything. That's all they care about, sports cards. Basketball and Japanese players.
Like 35 seconds here. What's the biggest Otani card going for now?
Oh, God, 7 figures. If somebody actually found the one-on-one, if it came for sale, millions. There's a Jordan LeBron that's on auction right now, okay? It's going to go, it's a one-of-one. The key part of a basketball card is the logo man, right? You know the logo man, the Jerry West logo? Mm-hmm. It's a Jordan, and I'm sorry, it's a Jordan and Kobe, dual logo man, one-of-one. It's going to go for between 10 and 12 million.
What? This is crazy.
I know the guy that sold it
Yeah?
in 2017. 160. It's going to go for 10 to 12 million.
That's Bitcoin right there. We're going to continue. John Calvecchio is in studio, owns Sports Collection, and I want to honestly get the answer here from like being knowledgeable about sports cards and sports betting. Like, does it help out? Are they intertwined? We'll ask him that coming up next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
We continue our fascinating conversation here with John Calvecchio. He owns Sports Connection. Just got here from the National Sports Card Convention in Chicago. Is it there every year?
No, it's there for the next 3 years. Then after that, we're going to Derek's hometown, the D, baby.
Oh,
we're
are
going
you?
to Detroit.
Okay, you're on
First
Instagram.
time ever.
Sports Connection Cards
That's
is
right.
the handle on Instagram. So you actually reached out to me last year before Paul Skeens was up, and you're like, Mitch, if you don't have a piece of Paul Skeens now to win Rookie of the Year, you have to bet him. He's 30-1. Get on it right now. I'm like, okay, whatever. I did, and it was like May when I bet him. I'm like, I'll listen to you. I was anti, but I listened, and he won the award. how much does like being in the sports card business, like you do it full time, but even if you did it like part time, how much would that help out a person in terms of betting? Maybe like rookie of the year and stuff like that.
Sports and cards, the gambling and the cards are so hand in hand. They go together. And here's what I mean by that. Look at Jackson Merrill. He had a phenomenal year, right? But he's got no personality. You got Paul Skeens, you got Livy Dunn, you got the personality. Paul Skeens' cards dwarf Jackson Merrill, and a lot of it has to do with the personality, who they are, the mustache, all the videos. She's doing commercials. That helped him get him across the edge. Baseball needed Paul Skeens to win. They didn't need Jack. They don't need a guy from San Diego that's got no personality. They need somebody like Paul Skeens. Same thing happened to the price of his cards. Just went to the moon. Merrill went up incrementally, not like Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens stuff went crazy.
Okay.
And we did the same thing with Nick Kurtz. You'll see on my Instagram back in April, I gave out Nick Kurtz to win Rookie of the Year. I give out a lot of betting stuff just to the guys that work for me. Never really wanted to do it on my Instagram. But now it's just so normal. Betting is so normal that I said, screw it, let's do it. And everybody was laughing at me. Oh, this guy stinks. He's not getting called up. He's struggling. He's hitting 200. Next thing you know, bing, bang, boom. Guy's minus 10,000. The prices of his cards, hand in hand with him winning Rookie of the Year, with the gambling, everything. There's also, you can look at like SGA, for example.
Okay.
He was in a small market, right? Oklahoma City, bottom of the barrel. They're making great draft picks. This guy's cards were very reasonably priced. He wins the MVP, he wins the finals MVP. His stuff goes to the moon. So the gambling, the price of sports cards, it moves in lockstep.
When would the time to get involved with SGA been right? Going back, because I thought they were going to be awesome last year when their win total was 39.5, 2 years ago actually. Mm-hmm. Before that season, was it still manageable at that point?
Absolutely. So normally what happens is the prices of their cards are at a high when they first come out, because you have people really aggressively going after these cards to try to accumulate a portfolio. Right?
As many rookie cards as possible.
Sure. So if the guy doesn't pop in year one, win Rookie of the Year, an MVP, a title, you see a pullback in their prices. People can't afford to hold it. They start to liquidate, start buying. Just like when their win total was 39.5. You said, this is crazy. They're adding all these pieces. They're very young. Mm-hmm. You have a lot of upside. Same thing with cards.
At the convention, I know Darren Ravel tweeted it. We have a record for the biggest ATM fee ever. It was $25 ATM fee. And what was going on? So how do you know what to buy, though? You said you were going through money, a story here about your son. How do you know what to buy? What are you targeting here? What's hot, and what do you think's going to go up?
Basically, what we do is we're looking for investment cards that you're never going to see again. You got to remember, everything is coming out of the closet at this show. So I was targeting rare cards that you'll very rarely see during the course of the next 12 months that I think have an opportunity to increase in value with new people coming into the industry. And then I'm just looking for stuff that I can earn on margin. Me having a store helps a tremendous amount. We have local collectors coming in every day, buying, selling, grading their cards. So our target audience is a little bit different than guys that just set up at shows, if that makes sense.
Okay. How about tell the U-Haul story?
I got a call from this guy last August, and he's been a customer since 2015.
And you live on the East Coast?
I live in Philadelphia.
Okay.
He said, John, I got a deal for you. I promise it'll be worth your time. I know I'm in California. You got to come see this. My dad had a store for 30 years. We hang up the phone. I look at my wife. I said, I'm going to California tomorrow. She said, what? Yeah, I'm flying to California. This one girl that worked for us as an online streamer, I asked her if she would go. She said yes. She's videoing the whole thing. We get out there. It's a half of a shipping container full of cards, full. Outside in an outdoor storage unit. So I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, all these cards are going to be bricked.
They're going to be...
They're going to be stuck together.
Yeah, warped, whatever.
Warped. I'm screwed. Guess what? There's no humidity in Newport Beach, California. Every card was fine. Not one card stuck together. Long story short, short story long. Fly my social media team out. Took us 3 days to load the stuff. That's after throwing stuff away. We went to close the door. There's still stuff falling out. They're holding the stuff in. We're pulling the U-Haul down. 26 feet. We drove it back across the country. Took us 8 days. We went from Newport Beach, drove up to L.A. to meet this guy, Mitch from the Bullpen. Shout out to Mitch. He's one of the first guys in the hobby. Guy wears no shoes at the shows. Your favorite. Guy doesn't put any shoes on.
Oh, boy.
Nope. This guy, Pauly.
How is he allowed in?
Oh my God, the greatest store, the greatest guy.
Okay.
He's a legend. No shoes anywhere.
Okay.
I think I'm going there to interview this guy for an hour. I'm there for 4 hours. I couldn't stop. I was so enthralled by this guy. And by the way, this is all on my YouTube, Sports Connection cards on YouTube. We stay for 4 hours. We're coming to Vegas. I think I'm just going to be able to stay at the Aria, park the truck, come on in, chill out, relax. I get to the Aria. It's like 2 a.m. They tell me, oversized vehicle. Where are you going to put it? I said, can I put it in the lot? Nope. Go across the street. There's a lot over there. You can do it. Guess what? The lot was bulldozed. I said, oh, my God, these kids are going to sleep in the Aria. I'm dead in the water. I'm going to have to sleep in this truck. Are you out of your mind? I go to the guy at the door, and I say, how much to watch this truck? Till tomorrow morning. He says, $300. I couldn't take the money out of my pocket fast enough. I said, I'm going to sit here and drink all night. I'm going to give you the $300, and I'm going to watch you watch the truck. After that, we loaded the truck up. We went to Fruita, Colorado, St. Louis, Kansas City, all the way back across the country, interviewing different store owners. It was unbelievable. One of the greatest collections that I've ever purchased. Some of the rarest cards that you'll ever see. I'll give you a great example of some rare cards. Back in 1996, this company called Skybox, they were made by Fleer.
Okay.
They produced cards. I never bought any of them because they were sold at drugstores like Drug Emporiums. I don't know if you had that, CVS. All these, like the equivalent of CVS. And I'm like, these cards are going to be junk. They're not sold in a baseball card store. Why would I want these? Well, guess what? Fast forward, as time goes on, this was the very first time insert cards became a thing. There's cards in there numbered to 100. They're called precious metal gems. The first 10 are green, okay? The Kobe Bryant's like a 7-figure card, so is the Michael Jordan. And I didn't want them because they're sold in drugstores like a nitwit. Well, in this collection, some of the next years, there were some very rare parallels. Cards that haven't been seen or sold in 20 years. As a result of this trip, a guy came into our store about 6 months later. He said, we saw your YouTube video, we wanted to come in and meet you, and we wanted to sell you our childhood collection. It was a stack of cards about this high. I'm looking through, and I'm thinking to myself, low end, low end, low end. There's one card in a snap tight. It's a Michael Jordan patch autograph, signed on the card, not on a sticker, which is key in terms of value, hand numbered to 23. Not one of these has sold in the last 17 years. Won't tell you what I sold it for, but I sold it to the guy that owns the grading company, PSA. That's how rare it was. He wants one of every Michael Jordan card in his collection, and none had surfaced for the last 17 years.
So what did you get that collection from? Or the guy that brought in the cards, the childhood cards.
Really good number.
Okay.
Really good number.
So you're smelling like roses on that deal.
Oh, Ming, yeah, absolutely.
How tough is it, though, with the what's fake, what's not? How tough is I know that's a problem in the memorabilia business.
It's really tough, and that even leaked over into the cards. If you read the story,
Yeah.
he was able to fake some Panini cards. But, for the most part, it happens very rarely.
Okay.
It's
well, that's good.
That's why I stick to cards, because it's nearly impossible to replicate.
So
these
what
cards.
advice do you have if people, we were out of the game, we know nothing, we want to come back in, I got home open boxes over here, I got a Mahomes rookie,
Yeah.
10 grand, what advice would you give?
It's a great question. The key is to find somebody that you trust, and you have to share your goals with them. Do you want to be the guy that's playing the CVS receipt parlay sheet every Sunday, right, with a chance to hit the grand slam? Or do you want to be the guy who's worried about, are you laying 107, 110, 112? What are you laying? Do you want to be an investor? You have to make a decision on what your goals are to be as a collector, and then find somebody that you trust with a strong background that can give you the advice and point you in the right direction.
Can you find reliable people in your business, like in every pocket of the country? In case somebody listening right now is
Yes.
in wherever they're at, they're
Yes.
like, I got somewhere within 2 hours of me where I can go and talk to this guy.
If they were doing cards before 2020, they're reliable.
Before 2020?
Yes.
Okay.
If they didn't just pop into the game, yes, before 2020, they're reliable. Because they were doing it when there was no money in it. We were grind. I mean, this was a grind. When I tell you a grind, when I started doing my breaks, I might be in the break chair just like this, on a camera, and who knows who's watching. I might be on there 9 hours, opening cards, get blisters on your fingers, making $300 or $400 for 12-hour days, just trying to build this thing. So people were doing it for the love of the hobby.
Well, that was an awesome half hour. Thanks for taking time out of your trip to Vegas to come in studio. John Calvecchio, you can follow him on Instagram. Sports Connection Cards is the spot.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you
That
so
was
much.
great. We will get into the quest for $14.2 million next year on VSiN.